Duane, I'm going to start with you. You are playing Hamlet
Yeah,
here in
essentially,
Detroit,
yeah,
in a way, right?
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
a little bit of a twist on it, but talk about it's one of my favorite plays.
yeah,
Hamlet is, and it's one of my favorite roles. I think it's such a tortured and complicated role. Talk about
yeah. That's
bringing that to Detroit in the wraparound of Fat Ham, which is a little different than the Shakespeare version.
yeah. It's exciting. It's exciting, and like the fact that it is Shakespeare. It's I actually like when people bring that up because it is very much still in the vein of Shakespeare, still Hamlet, and the essence of it, like the language isn't Shakespearean. It isn't Shakespearean, but it's Shakespearean-esque, given the fact that the history of Shakespeare is that this language was mostly used. The language that Shakespeare wrote in was mainly language that was used amongst the commoners or the poor folk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like James Ijames does the same thing with his take on this version. It's a mirror of the past and
Yeah.
and how we speak today. And and I feel like, as from an actor perspective, it's very much him. You have to keep that in mind. The fact that it is the Shakespearean piece. So, although it is a comedy, the needs and the wants of these characters are very desperate. And this every character in this play have something that they're hiding, that they're desperately fighting to not reveal. And it's exciting to bring this piece to Detroit, especially because I feel like this story that's being told by James Ijames, the story that he created is it's not common that you see this kind of black story told. This isn't the stereotypical story that you normally see. And that's about a guy who's just different than different than his environment.
Yeah.
The people that he was raised around. He's more of an intellectual versus being a brute.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and he's a weirdo. He likes different things, and I feel like it's very important to tell these kind of stories to show that black people we're not a monolith.
Yeah.
We can be very diverse and also as an actor, I just like the challenge of playing someone this outside of myself, but also connected to me in a lot of ways in my childhood.
Well, I mean, it's so important for Black people in particular to see ourselves on stage, and so
Yeah.
most of the plays that we see with Detroit public theater are from Black playwrights, and so this story, just to have a character like Juicy on stage and really be exploring things within himself is just really incredible thing to be able to show to audiences, and we
Sure.
don't know who we touch, right? You
Yeah.
don't know who is seeing that st story and seeing themselves on stage.
Watch One Detroit, Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.